When you feel hangry, that's an indication that your blood sugar is out of control. Hi, I'm Monica with Nourish Functional Nutrition, and today I want to talk to you about blood sugar. Did you know that about half of all adults in the United States have either insulin resistance or high blood sugar? And a lot of times that is called prediabetes or pre-prediabetes, which is insulin resistance. So today I want to talk to you about what that means and how it affects your life and your health and what you can do about it. Most people don't realize that blood sugar that is out of balance is going to show up in the body in the form of anxiety, depression, inability to sleep. When you feel hangry, people make fun of that and they say, oh, you get so irritable because when you don't eat or you haven't eaten, here, have something to eat. So let's talk about what that means. That's an indication that your blood sugar is out of control. In other words, it's imbalance, it's out of balance. Your body will always try to get itself into balance. So let's talk about sugar metabolism. Sugar is the basic form of energy that our bodies use. So we use the word sugar or glucose interchangeably. What that means is that everything that you eat to a certain extent is going to turn to sugar. So whether it's a carbohydrate, a protein, or a fat, you're going to have sugar as the basic form of energy. That sugar requires insulin. Insulin is a hormone. This hormone is secreted by the pancreas, and the pancreas is constantly secreting insulin. Once the food is digested, the sugar that is released needs to go into the tissues, and the only way that the tissues are going to get this sugar energy is by having insulin help it or help the sugar get in. In order to do that, you have to have a healthy sugar metabolism. Unfortunately, in our country, we eat way too much sugar, and a lot of times the pancreas is working overtime. When your pancreas is working overtime, sugar gets left in the bloodstream, and that bloodstream is actually the transportation system of the body. And so having sugar in the bloodstream means that that sugar needs to be stored in some way. And the way the body stores that sugar is in the form of fat. And so that's why you're having a hard time losing weight. When you have weight loss resistance, that means that your sugar is out of balance. So what do we need to know about that? I would like to give you some guidelines, and then on the next video, get into the nitty-gritty of what to do regarding your diet and your lifestyle. When you look at blood sugar levels in your labs, you're going to see from your doctor a fasting blood sugar. That fasting blood sugar needs to be in the 80s, low 80s preferably. As we get older, the blood sugar starts going up, and therefore the guidelines by the American Diabetes Association have been raised to 95. When your blood sugar is in the 90s or the low 100s, you're going to be called pre-diabetic. A pre-diabetic condition is pretty close to being a diabetic, which means that it's going to affect every organ and every cell in your body. And the reason that you need to be concerned about this is because high blood sugar causes inflammation, and that inflammation is going to have an effect throughout your entire body. And that's why you're having symptoms of irritability, anxiety, depression, inability to lose weight, insomnia, pain, because you have inflammation in your body, and inflammation is at the core of all chronic diseases. And so when you go see your doctor, the two levels of blood sugar that you want to check is your fasting blood sugar, needs to be in the 80s, and a hemoglobin A1c. A hemoglobin A1c is how much sugar there is on your red blood cells. Your red blood cells live about 3 months, and so this is an average of how much sugar there is around your red blood cells, and that number needs to be around 5%. Past 5.4%, you're insulin resistant. If you're insulin resistant, again, your body's working too hard to maintain the balance. In the next video, I want to talk to you about more details as to what you should do about this. But in the meantime, what I would recommend is that you start tracking the food that you're eating and the symptoms that you're feeling. I have a handout for you that is going to help you track your food intake, your symptoms, and be able to take notes as to how you're feeling. So do that for 5 days, and then you'll get great insight into how your food is affecting your body. But in the meantime, make sure that you have those numbers. Fasting blood sugar around 80, hemoglobin A1c around 5%, and I will give you more information on glucose metabolism on my next video. If you like this video, please give it a thumbs up. Don't forget to subscribe and click on the bell so that you get notified when I have a new video out. So it's great talking to you today, and don't forget to go to my website at nourishfunctionalnutrition.com to download your food tracking tool and start doing that, and I'll see you in about a week in the next video. Bye bye everybody.